Thank you for that great introduction, Willows.
No worries. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Willows,
And my name is Tyler Bergen.
and we get drunk.
Some of us for a living,
Some of us for a living.
others for fun.
Welcome to Alcohol Beyond This Point. It's a podcast where we talk about business and politics, and we do it sober, and then we do it again drunk to see if we come to the same conclusions.
We pretty much just drink the whole time and talk the whole time. It's not like there's part 1 and 2.
We don't have any rules, so we just we kind of play fast and loose with this one.
Except the one rule. The shot collar clause.
You want to jump? Okay, what are we drinking today, Tyler?
Today, we are keeping it simple. Everything's yellow.
Everything is kind of yellow. We're drinking, we have 2 bottles of Shrugging Dr. brand apple cider.
What's that?
I don't know. I guess it's a winery that I own. And then
Oh shit.
we have some really good gin, actually. It's really really good price. Ungava. I think it's made in Ontario.
Yep.
And yeah, it's like made with indigenous Canadian herbs from like way up in the Arctic Circle, like Canada's north. And it's like super reasonably priced. It's like what, $34 a bottle or something.
Yeah, and it's smooth as heck.
And it's 43.1% alcohol as well. And yeah, we're a big fan of this gin. So we'll jump right into this is a segment we call Shot Caller, where somebody in the audience can pick the shot that we're doing today.
Should we give this one to Josh?
So this shot comes from Josh Norris, who didn't drink all of this bottle and left it in my house. So
You didn't per se like volunteer to the show, but I think it's implied.
it's yeah. So thanks, Josh, for the bottle. And if you'd like to get your liquor and a shout out on Shot Caller, send us a bottle of liquor to the address on your screen. I'm not gonna put an address.
Are we just raw dogging this?
You want some cider, buddy?
No, I want a raw dog it. I'm asking if you want.
Oh, I don't want to, but like I will if you're doing it.
I'll do the first one raw. Straight. I mean,
Okay, let's take a shot.
cheers, motherfucker.
Cheers.
Strong.
See, I like this gin.
I don't know if it's burning because I haven't had anything in my body for 12 hours, but it's good.
Do you want something in your body?
Yeah, more cider, please.
Oh, okay. I was hitting on you. Anyway, while I open this, why don't you start talking and give us a topic, buddy?
Well, why don't we share some fucking updates? We've
Sure.
both had some pretty good days in
Let's,
weeks, and
yeah.
I alluded earlier I'm having a great day. So first day on a new job, and it's been a hot minute since I've had a job. It's been like a month and a half, which has been fine because the last one. Okay, I'll just pause
For pouring ASMR.
Great job. Applause track for Willows. No, we're not done yet.
60 centiliters.
Fucking finish it. Yeah, fuck whoever started using that.
It's European.
Okay, well, I'm sorry, because I didn't mean it.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, today was a good day. Back on a job, and it was a shitload of running around. So I could not get the supplies I needed, so I ended up going to like fucking 7 different stores, driving all around the entire city. So I wasted a third of my day fucking driving around. Could have been wasted, but actually was quite productive with it because I went to 3 suppliers and 2 of them suited me, and I got contractor applications at both of them to get like proper accounts. So I mean, like, basic but good biz dev, because a lot of contractors never fucking get there and they just like buy their stuff from Home Depot and IKEA and Roma and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm going professional grade, getting proper suppliers, which, I mean, grants credibility and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And actually got what I needed, which is awesome. And then, I just have a habit of every time I go into a new job site, I go out of my way to make friends with everybody there. And being a salesman, I can, slide right into a job site, through mirroring techniques, what have you, just kind of slide right in, make friends with everybody, share stories about whether it's, a shitty job you did, complaining about something Trump said or something on the news, or you're bitching about Trudeau, or maybe you're talking about doing a ton of drugs and coming up with some great ideas because of that, which was today's conversation. Not that I do drugs, I don't condone it, but they're pretty good. So, you can cut that out. But anyways, conversation goes all over, and this has happened twice now. Every job I've gotten is by referral, which is standard contracting. And today, these guys I met, just asked them straight up, I'm like, do you guys do tile? And they're like, yeah, a little bit, not too much. We don't really get into a lot of the big stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, wait, what? He's like, how busy are you? Like, August. And I'm like, well, I'm booked till middle of August. He's like, all right, I got a really, giant luxury house that I'm working on right now. He's like, really tight budget. The move-in's on September 9th, and he's like, and he started listing off all the work they had to do, and I'm like, that's 2 fucking months for a 2-man crew doing all that tile. So he's like, yeah, I got myself, he's like, I got a tile guy, we're gonna need a third tile guy, so we're all doing this, all tile over each other. So I'm like, awesome. He's like, send me the address, he's like, come by tomorrow, quote it up, measure it up, see what you think. He's like, well, yeah, you do in this bathroom. And then I heard him making a phone call to, I guess, realtor or whatever, partner on this job. And he's already talking, like, yeah, I got a guy for the ensuite bathroom. And he's talking
cool.
It's foregone conclusion. He's like, yeah, I have the job, it's done. So in the last 4 days, I went from dry, not a single job, to I've got 2 months of work lined up.
Yeah, it's funny how that works, because you were telling me the other day, and not I think you probably, you can speak to this, but I think you took some mental health time and you were going out to cabins and stuff and having a good time. But I remember you said so I had that really good job, and now I'm running out of money, and I haven't had I don't have any leads. I don't have any other jobs.
And as soon as I finish making my website and I'm about to do some marketing, money comes ringing.
Yeah, and you have 5 jobs now.
So it's weird. That was literally what happened the last time. I was about to put out some ads, and then I got a phone call and I started doing I'm never gonna get
synchronicity, right?
Never gonna get a business card done at this rate.
Synchronicity, that's what they call that, right? Where you're putting energy in the universe and it gives back your.
I wasn't ready or wanting the job there for a minute. For a hot minute, but now I got it. So it's just flowing along, and now I'm there's just this tiny little inkling of momentum.
You're a dickling.
Thanks.
Oh, you said inkling.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought you called me a dickling.
I did. It's giving me this confidence, which I'm sure you can. Sorry, new chairs. Which I'm sure you can empathize with, which gives me the confidence to say, you know what, I'm gonna go make it a mission, go hire somebody soon.
Yeah. I think that
because I'm gonna start missing out on money if I don't have somebody.
Momentum is something not to be discounted in business. I know that a lot of people, myself included, like to take it slow and upgrade on profit and just upgrade safely.
Yeah.
But I think there's something to be said about momentum and doing it fast.
Fast and loose.
Yeah. But there's ways to do that doesn't cost you an arm and a leg, right?
Yeah.
I always preach consistent effort, right? Just consistent progress. Show up every day and progress a little bit, right?
Yeah.
That's people always ask me for fucking business advice. That's literally what I say. I think I've said it on this podcast 100 times.
Just show up every day and put in 60%.
Yeah.
You'll be good.
Should I say that? I don't think I've ever said that on here. So we have a weekly mastermind call.
Yeah.
Tyler and myself and 2 of our other friends. Shout out Mitch, shout out JL. And we just we talk about our goals for the week and what just happened previously. We talk about our mental health. We talk about stuff like that. And it helps us kind of all keep accountable and keep focused,
Which
right?
is pretty cool for a group of dudes where you just like literally sit around for like an hour and you talk about your fucking feelings.
Yeah, yeah.
And make it a disciplined effort, and it's made a significant impact, I think, for all of us.
Yeah, I think all of us.
Especially through isolation and whatever.
Yeah, especially through COVID and everything.
Mm-hmm. And we used to see each other all the time, like often, but now jail's moved. Yeah. Mitch has a new job. Yeah. No longer a roommate. You and I don't see each other that much. Like,
we're both busy.
Yeah, it keeps you tight. Anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So I was saying, I forget what the context was, but I said like about giving 100% effort.
I think JL said he like cares too much and tries too hard.
Yeah, and then I said I was thinking about it. I was racking my brain. And I've probably never given over 70% effort in anything in my entire life.
Which is like, makes me think about the Black Widow, what's her name? Actress. Scarlett Johansson's movie where she's like, she taps the other 90% of her brain. Yeah. What's that called?
It's like just a name, right? Like a girl's name. I know what you're talking about, yeah.
That fucking movie.
Yeah. It's like Limitless with Bradley.
It's like Limitless, but better, and she's hotter, and it was well.
Okay.
And
it
was better.
Okay, Scarlett Johansson's hotter than Bradley Cooper. I don't know if that's
Morgan
true.
Freeman.
I don't know if that's true.
I think it is.
Okay. Anyway, but I was saying like I was racking I definitely never gave over 50% effort in school.
Yeah.
I would have a 30 and then I'd be like, oh, I should probably get a 90 on this exam to bring myself up to a 50, and I would try a little bit and do that, but that was probably like a 50% effort. I probably like...
So you're saying you're actually the smartest man in the world?
Well, probably like top 100.
And you like... and he tames the beast with alcohol.
Well, and probably I've... Top things I've probably given like 80% effort in like sex a couple times when I was like really trying to make an impression. Maybe like a video game, like where I'm really trying hard to beat a video game. Like maybe I've given 80% effort.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever given that in business.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Don't give 100%.
Oh, you can if you want, but I don't know.
Why would you?
Right?
So
someone said to me yesterday or the other day, any mark over 50% is more time you could have spent with your friends.
That was definitely my attitude going into grade 12, which is very bad for college prospects, but in the long term didn't actually matter.
You were a good academic, were you?
I was good. I went from, when I'm saying like it wasn't good for the grades, I mean my average dropped from like 96 to 89.
Yeah, okay. My average was literally a 50.
But it's a significant amount of effort to go from 89 to 96. That's quite a lot of effort.
Okay, fair.
And I'm like, I will work half as hard and I will drop 6%.
Fair, yeah.
Because like that last 90 to 100, like that 4.0 to 4.5 is... a magnitude. It's an exponentially higher degree of effort. Like there was this one girl in my class who was always like 2 to 4% ahead of me in every class, and she worked legitimately twice as hard as I did. Yeah. And I'm like, I just can't justify that kind of effort to beat her.
What's she doing right now?
I have no fucking idea.
I'm always curious about stuff like that.
I have no idea.
Like
I think she went to like Bible college and like works in my hometown.
Fair.
Fucking genius.
Well, I just there's a couple of people that come to mind. I don't want to call anyone out, but like that I went to school with that would always be like you forgot the homework kids, those kids and I never fucking do the homework, right? I'm like copying off the guy beside me, and they're like, you can't actually do that. It's like, why do you care?
Student teacher asked me like, oh, what about the homework? I would like really lowball it every week, and I'm like, I think this is lots. Yeah. But
kids like that, I know a couple of them that are like, number one, I think one of them's like still going to school. Yeah. It's been 6 years since I graduated. Like they're,
They could be doing something important. So let's not discredit 6 years of school.
I think it's like not.
There's something to be said.
They're not like becoming a doctor or something. It's
Here's our fucking subject. academic versus
Practical?
practical education.
Are we not on the same side on that one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Entirely.
I don't think...
I'm much stronger on education than I think you are.
I don't think education is useful at all for anyone. I think what you could learn in a classroom, anybody, and I know, and I'm gonna say hyperbolically, and then I'll reel it back to what I actually believe. But I think I'm aware that people learn in different ways.
Sorry.
I think every single person, no matter how they learn, can learn better experiencing life rather than going to school. Period.
Okay.
Rest in power, the great Stefan Arnio, a friend of both of ours, but he had a whole bit where he was talking about mentorships and apprenticeships, because up until 100 years ago, what you did was like, oh, I'm kind of interested in this, in blacksmithing, go find the local blacksmith and be like, yo, can you teach me how to blacksmith? And then his kid is like, man, I fucking hate blacksmithing because my dad does it. What does your dad do? He's like, oh, he's a horse guy. He's like, can I go learn from your dad? And they fucking just swap kids.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally how you used to learn. Someone would just train you to do something you were mildly interested in.
So the future of America is kid swapping. You heard it here first.
No, I don't think that's the future at all. I'm saying
it could be practically.
Okay, so like I'll also admit I don't know if society now is that, like, I think we're past
being able to do that.
Like in a post-internet age, in a
industrial
like we're not there anymore. You know what I mean?
So
because I can learn Khan Academy is like actual university courses for free.
Yeah.
Right? Elon Musk even says, like, you know, when hate him or love him, he is successful. He says he doesn't hire MBAs at any of his companies.
Yeah. Like,
because he thinks they don't learn.
So we could probably agree on MBAs.
Like, business education is bad.
In general, yeah.
In general, I would say so, yeah.
I believe, like, educate yourself on economics, on accounting, on human nature, on...
I talked about this...
Yeah, those are pretty much the three things you need for business.
I talked about this on a podcast I was on. Shout out A Drink with Jim and Dan. Dan is an accountant by trade, by training. And he was very like, well, you have to get a fucking accountant degree. You shouldn't trust... Like, and then I said, but if you weren't mandated to get one... Right, and he was very, as far as I remember, this was a while ago, but as far as I remember, he was very like, okay, but if your accountant didn't have a degree, he'd be a fucking idiot accountant, and you'd be an idiot for fucking hiring him. Yeah. Right. I don't know.
Which I think is what people with degrees will take a default stance for, but that is something it's empirically right or wrong.
Yeah.
And you need to learn the rules. So yeah, I agree with that. Like engineering. Don't be a homespun, self-taught engineer. Like,
and build a bridge and fucking kill us.
There's a giant disaster that killed so many people in California, where this guy like built a dam. He was a self-taught engineer, had a ton of successful projects, was pretty good, but like got a little bit cocky. Didn't actually know that much about building dams. Was like he did bridges and other civil projects.
Yeah.
Engineered this dam while they're building. He's like, make it like 10 feet higher. Make it like 10 feet higher. So they did. Wasn't footed well, wasn't wide enough. When he made it taller, didn't make it wider, and on and on. Anyways, this fucking dam broke and killed an insane amount of people. Destroyed, like, I think the path of the flood was something like 17 miles wide, and the flooding, like the flash flooding lasted 43 minutes. Literally carried entire towns into the ocean.
Yeah.
And it's like that. Self-taught engineers.
So I think
probably not. We're doctors.
I think we can. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think we can probably agree. People like doctors, people like surgeons, people like that. But is there a way?
Yes.
Well, I'd like to see a way like. Okay, did you go to driver's school, driver's ed?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not.
Okay, high school.
Yeah.
did it, and like it basically made it so you get your learners
6 months earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really care. I got mine when I was like 18.
Yeah.
My driver's license. But I didn't go to driver's ed.
Right.
I just read on the internet. I went in, took the test, passed. Waited 9 months because that's what you do in this province, and then took my intermediate and passed.
Yeah.
And then got a full license, right? I didn't go to class for it. I didn't go to school for it. I just passed the test.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if there's like a way, there's like, you got to pass your surgeon test before you have, you know what I mean? Like
equivalency exams. You can challenge exams.
Yeah. Okay.
In every field, you can do that.
That is okay. You can't do that.
Engineer. Yeah. I know a girl that she became an engineer in Brazil. Mm-hmm. Came to Manitoba, and she's like the first female to beat the equivalency test.
Okay.
For civil
so that is a thing.
Absolutely.
Okay. If it's not obvious, I don't spend a lot of time in or around university students.
It's still done through universities.
Because that's the system we have set up.
Yeah,
right?
and because of this motherfucker that I mentioned that, built this dam.
Yeah.
They actually, just like you have a bar for lawyers, and I forget what it's called for doctors. They have the same thing for engineers, which is like you can't become an engineer unless you're like licensed, and those licenses depend on diplomas.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah, I guess I'm split on it, because if we say, okay, fuck the universities, fuck the formal education, you just have to pass a equivalency test, who's making sure that equivalency test is adequate? And also on the other side, they could hold, like, whoever is in control of that can hold out whoever they want, you know what I mean? Like in a situation where we privatize that system.
Well, here's the thing about a lot of academic systems is they are based on like being right.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a lot more of people have more stake in like being right than they do in making profit.
Okay. So
which dovetails into we need to actually so we agree on a lot of things about education. Sorry, chair. There's a lot of things that work or should be done, but let's be more specific. Where do you think it goes wrong or goes too far? Because obviously, education went from like apprenticeships or established rule systems and sciences, and now it's turned into the equivalent of big pharma.
Yeah, I've always said. So I have a couple of points. So I've always said that I think the way high school is set up, I've never been, like, full disclosure, I've never been in a university class. I have no interest in ever going to university class. So I can only speak as someone who has friends that have gone to university, friends and family that have spent decades in university.
The child of two teachers.
My parents are both teachers. My grandfather was superintendent of schools. Like, I do have an idea, of this system.
Yeah.
And my father, I think, agrees with me, is that the curriculum is built for 20% of people.
100%. Yes.
The 20% that get taught something, take a test, and that's how they retain information. I really don't, and then the next 20% can kind of learn like that, but not really, and then the next 20% can't learn like that at all, and then the next 20% are me, who get fucking kicked out of school.
So point number one is
I think it's
the method is broken and stupid.
I think it's antiquated.
Yeah.
I think the whole classroom sit down every day 8 a.m. I think that's dumb. I think it doesn't make any sense.
I think it's just a great way to. It's basically glorified daycare.
It's
to keep mom and dad at
so
work.
Here was where my point was going to go. And I'm going to sound like Trump when I say this, but it's indoctrination. And he says these are left the way, whatever. I don't give a shit. I'm not talking politics. They're teaching you, like George Carlin said, they try to get you smart enough to run the machines, but not smart enough to question why.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what the system is built for. They're trying to get these kids to be good high school students, so they can graduate, become good university students, so they can graduate and get a job and be a good worker and pay their fucking taxes, and that's it. That's what,
So let's talk about why they're pushing to reopen schools
in America.
Right.
We're not pushing to reopen ours.
Right.
Okay, so context, if you're listening to this from Futureland, it is July of 2020. COVID is...
July
22nd.
22nd, yeah.
COVID-19, the global pandemic, if you need more context.
If you really needed the context.
Depending on, I don't know who's listening or where from, we're kind of having a little second wave here. So, okay, well, but Canada, and specifically the province where we live, Manitoba, has been doing very well.
Mm-hmm.
We've been keeping under 50 cases the entire time. We've only had 7 deaths for a population of 1 million people. But America is, as Matty Matheson would say, rat fucked. And they're pushing to reopen all their little schools.
So here's an argument in the affirmative for doing that.
Okay.
Is they want to open all the schools, including universities, which is stupid. But one of the arguments that they're using is for early childhood education systems. So elementary, middle school.
Yeah.
The kids do not really transmit the virus because they don't get the symptoms that are required for you to transmit it, like a cough and whatever. It doesn't manifest in their lungs, in their nose, and their throat.
Okay.
It's actually...
I don't know enough about that to argue. So
fun fact, COVID is actually a vascular inflammatory disease. It's not
respiratory.
It's not respiratory. So it inflames your blood vessels and your cardiovascular system.
Okay. So
that in adults manifests mostly in your lungs.
Okay, but small lungs, small boy.
Right, but in kids, there's stories out about kids that literally their entire body turns into like a big red puffy rash.
So that'd be worse.
It's kind of worse, but it's also like less than 1% of kids have any reaction to it at all.
Yeah, I heard that.
And it's not lethal.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, and also they don't spread it. They're not contagious.
Yeah.
So they don't spread it. They don't get it. So young kids are pretty safe. When you get into like preteens, teens, they might exhibit some symptoms and they can become contagious. And then we get into like teenagers, young adults, they're super fucking contagious, but might have no symptoms, which is like worse because now you're like hyper spreading it to all their households and all their contacts. So there's evidence of like young kids going to school. They can do that under very high infection numbers, and the only people in danger are the teachers with each other.
Okay.
And with parents.
Okay.
Older, they're staggering the openings the same way they are with like restaurants, bars, whatever. They're starting with the youngest kids and aging it up with universities absolutely last, the same with like final phase. So that makes sense.
Okay.
But Trump's like, open your universities and have in-person lectures, or I'm defunding everyone and I'm pulling all the international student visas, which got overturned, which is great.
Okay.
But like, they're trying to basically say, fuck everything, everybody, forget science, we're just going to open there's no rational thought behind it, except for the fact that like, my roundabout point is you need to get kids back in school to get people back to work. So you don't get unemployment down until schools are open.
Yeah.
So schools is an institution that props up the economy because it's basically a public daycare service.
That's why you have school 5 days a week, is because you have work 5 days a week.
Well, the fucking school day mirrors the work day.
On purpose. Very deliberately, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to me how COVID is going to usher in a massive surge in work from home culture in companies, and they're going to be able to understand that it's actually for a lot of them beneficial because you can more empirically measure your employees, because if you have worked under or been or worked above a fucking middle manager, you know that they are not the most effective, efficient judges of character and productivity because they themselves produce little. Yeah. Except for the productivity people they supervise, which a software can do, and like you can, I don't know. So
that's an argument for a different day.
The corporate system is fucking broken, as the school system. Okay. So with people spending more time at home, that changes the dynamic for kids spending time at home.
Well,
so kids can learn from home.
You know what's fucking a scam is, well, let's talk tuition, university specifically. They're like charging full tuition for fucking Zoom classes right now.
Which is insane.
Insane.
And they're getting sued.
Because for what logic, right? So here's my argument against...
Was it worth it in the first place?
Well, so here's... I don't really believe... I think government should get out of school entirely. Because number one, I don't think the government... Because I always see people share shit that's like... I didn't learn about taxes and how to pay them and credit scores and shit. But thank God I know the Pythagorean theorem or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And I always comment on them. I don't want the government teaching my fucking kid how to manage money.
Absolutely not.
Like, I don't want my fucking kid taking a math course for 6 months where he's learning all the fucking wrong things to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So...
Like how to get a good credit score and... That's
well, because anything they teach you, that's what they want you to think, right? Like, anyway, so the other thing is when government guarantees student loans, like I think even left side people, not saying I'm a right side person, but left side people, I think can agree that the student loan system we have right now is fucked.
Yeah.
Like absolutely fucked. Worse in America than it is now. But fucking people, I see tweets all the time. It's like, yeah, I took out $100,000 loans. I've paid back $150,000, and I still owe $100,000 because, like, it's insane, right? But the reason why tuition is so high is because government gives out loans to anybody who wants them. Yeah. You're 18 years old. You can apply and get a $100,000 loan to fucking pay for school.
I got a $1,000 credit card at that age, and that was a little too much.
Like, so never mind, like, because if I was a university, and I knew these kids could get a loan for anything I said, it doesn't matter, why wouldn't you raise your prices? Of course you would. Yeah. Right? Absolutely. And if you look at the cost of faculty and the cost of upkeep versus the cost of tuition, there's like Google a graph. If I remember, I'll put one on the screen on the YouTube version. It's like skyrocketed. The price of tuition.
We did the fucking math on just a local university course, and we figured out that the gross margin on each professor, so going by professor, not by class or course, so the gross margin on each professor is about 90%.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense. That sounds even low to me.
Yeah. That's paying a professor a decent amount of money to teach however many classes they teach. They're like 90% of the tuition goes to the university, 10% goes to the professor. Yeah. And I mean, they're paying for, their rent and their programs and their fucking parking lots and their research, their gym, and the administration. Yeah. Well, which is arguably not that good.
There's a thing as well that's like, not that medicine's like a very closely related, but the cost of like administration in hospitals is up thousands of percent versus like the price of doctors and labor and shit is like plateauing. Yeah. It's like, it's the same shit where it's like, where's this fucking money going? University of Manitoba fucking charges how much for parking? $100 a month or something dumb? Where's all that fucking money going? You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
I think there's something like 4 administrators per doctor and practitioner.
It's insane. Like, it's a scam. It literally is a scam, right?
So I'm going to split this conversation because post-secondary, I think everybody can agree, and it's literally in court right now, they're charging too much. Yeah. And also, on top of that, is it even effective in the first place? Who fucking knows?
I think people...
It might feel like you're getting more when you're there, but when you are not, you're like...
You have people all the time bitching about like, I spent this much on a degree and can't find a job.
So my number one reason I don't want to get a degree is because I know 70% of what I'm going to have to pay for wouldn't be relevant to anything I want to know. Yeah. I would, if I could get a degree, 4-year degree, and 100% of my time was spent on stuff that's relevant to what I wanted to do, I would absolutely do it.
Why? Do you really think that would help you?
If I learned 100% relevant information to what I wanted, Absolutely.
Okay, but like, why can't you learn 100% relevant information on fucking YouTube?
Well, you can to a certain extent, but like there's the information whether they learn in classroom or YouTube, like it's fine either way. But like if you're doing it on YouTube, you A, have to build your curriculum, and then B, have to learn your curriculum, and then C, have to test your knowledge on your curriculum. So it's like, it's 3 times the work.
Yeah.
So you pay for curated content the same way you pay for fucking coaching, or you buy a book. Instead of like, why do you buy a book on history when you could just look it up on Google? Well, because you're paying for the curation.
Fair.
Right?
That's a good point.
So there is value in it, but it's just like fucking cable TV. My mom is finally talking about cutting the cable because she pays $200 a month for 3 channels that she watches.
Yeah.
But she has to pay that much because she has to get the home phone and she has to get the 300 channel package.
Bundled, yeah.
Because they know there's like these main channels people watch, so they put those 3 channels in 3 different bundles, so you need 3 bundles to get 3 channels.
Yeah.
It's
a scam, right?
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I think college is probably ripe for the same upheaval. And that's one of my
I'm
things I'm very passionate about.
I'm hoping COVID is kind of going to put this all in context. Because now people are paying full tuition, learning what they used to learn in fucking class on fucking Skype. And, well, it'll be interesting. Obviously, we can't speak to it now because we're in the middle of it. But it'll be interesting to look back in like 5 years, 10 years to see graduation rates and, stuff like that. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, and companies are weighing less and less and less on degrees. Like Google, Apple, big heavy hitters are like, yeah, you don't need a degree degree as a qualification has been dropped.
Yeah. And like, for instance, it's a little bit different obviously, but I just hired a girl recently. And she turned 18 less than 6 months ago. And one of the reasons why I hired her so young is because I knew that she wouldn't have any bad habits with anyone else.
Yeah.
Because we're like, my entire team is now up to 6 and we're all under 25.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I want to put this on the record. Boomers are kind of dumb.
I think every generation feels that way.
So, when I say boomer, I mean everyone older than me. And, no, I don't know. I think I told you this. I was going to make a Facebook post the other day, but I didn't want to, like, the controversy. I said, guys, get into business now because it's the easiest it's ever going to be. Because when all these boomers die and actual smart people are running companies, it's going to get way harder. Because all the old money don't know anything about anything. It was mostly a joke. But
for context, the way that they probably feel about the new economy is the same way I feel about TikTok.
Yeah.
I could spend 3 hours and not make a decent video. Like the editing alone would fucking blow my mind.
Yeah.
So, and yet some young kid, let's say 11, 12 years old, could pick it up and fucking master it in the amount of time it would take for me to get mad at it.
Which is interesting.
So it's a continuous, it's like... It's not like you have generations like they had before, like boomers, Gen X, Gen Z, millennials, all that stuff. You don't have those anymore. It's literally every 6 months is a new generation.
Yeah, there's
So, of course we feel like that.
Yeah, there's a Mac Lethal song, I forget the name of it, shout out Mac Lethal, where it's like 3 verses, and it's the exact same wording, but it's like each generation, so he's like, comes in, he's like, oh, what do you listen to, Tupac? It's like, oh, when I was a kid, or, when I was younger, we listened to people like Johnny Cash that weren't so violent and angry and hated women or whatever, and it's like, and then the next generation is like, oh, what do you listen to, Lil Pump? Oh, when I was a kid, we used to listen to people like Tupac that weren't so angry and hated women and like all that. And it's just like, oh, I wish music would go back to how it is. And like I interpret it as a metaphor for exactly what we're talking about. Yeah. Where,
you think you're different.
Yeah, and then you look at, and you look at your whoever, Johnny Cash is talking about shooting a guy in Reno, like, for no reason, like, what I mean? Shit like that, where it's like...
He was edgy.
It's just, it's a metaphor, but what I'm talking about is like, this is the same shit, but we're just attached to.
And at the same time, there's actually going to be some serious fucking changes. Like, I'm hoping institutionalized education becomes different and, like, comes with the times of technology, becomes more adaptable to people and allows them to learn what they need and want to learn.
Because, like, I remember
forcing them through a certain lane.
Yeah. I've been...
One can hope.
Yeah, one can hope. I've been interviewed by more than one business class because they've, reached out to me and been like, hey, like, we have to do...
Yeah.
We're making... a lot of business classes do, like, I guess, mock businesses where they have to, like, make a mock business.
Yeah.
And I've been interviewed multiple times from people, like, making a mock business because they... it's someone I knew from high school or whatever. And they're like, hey, can we just interview you because you're young and you're our age and you're actually successful. And, like, I don't want to be mean to anyone, but, like, some of these fucking questions that they ask me, I'm like, no. Like, I remember one guy was talking about, basically, it was like, okay, so step one in making a business. Join your chamber of commerce. Join your local chamber of commerce, right?
Have you ever heard either of us recommend that?
Step two, go to a chamber meeting and, and get headshots.
Oh.
Get headshots and print business cards with those headshots on them, right? And then go to... I'll give you a back shot. Anyways, and then go to the chamber meetings and hand out your business cards and network, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, this guy, it was fucking jaw drop when I responded to him. I'm like, bro, no. Just look up on fucking Facebook a networking event, refuse to pay them a cent, show up and add people on Snapchat. Because they can see your fucking day. They can see what you're about, like on your Snapchat stories.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? I knew a girl that fucking spent like $1,000 on fucking headshots for her LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
That's fucking more than I spent starting a manufacturing operation making wine. Fuck you. Like,
you're asking the wrong goddamn question.
Yeah, like, and it's
if it was
not,
a job interview,
like,
you'd be like, there's the door.
Yeah, but it's not their fault. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
but it is their fault for not questioning the question.
Okay, but is it their fault for being dumb?
Great question.
So
nature versus nurture.
The system,
go on all night.
The system is so stacked against you, right?
Yeah.
From the moment you're fucking born till whenever, like retirement, they're trying to mold you in a certain way, and most people buy into it. And I'm not saying that's bad. I've come off this recently, last couple of years, where I used to be like, no, everyone who doesn't start a business is an idiot. Everyone but me is an idiot. Like, I'm not like that anymore. I understand that people have different, like not even, I don't want to say people are dumber and smarter. People have different intelligences.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, dramatically,
right? And I say it all the fucking time that you're smarter than me.
Absolutely.
I say it all the fucking time that JL's smarter than me.
Yep.
But I think, I don't want to put words in either of your mouths, but I think in other situations you'll be like, well, Willows did this and I could never do that.
Yeah, Willows outdid me.
Right?
Execution, baby.
Well, yeah, fuck you. Like, I can execute. And
fuck you, I've done 60% for 5 years longer than you did 100% on 1,000 things. And accomplished nothing.
Yeah. So, like, I'm not saying, like, don't go to school and don't do whatever, but don't go to school and get a job and shit just because it's what you're supposed to do.
If you're fitting to be different, just stop listening to this podcast. Okay. Like, we say these things because we have, quote unquote, privilege and opportunity.
Yeah.
We're from very different backgrounds. I'm like literally second generation immigrant. So this actually kind of hit me hard today because I was listening to a Wondery podcast called Business Wars, and they're talking about the battle between like Hasbro and Mattel, and they're talking about G.I. Joe and Transformers and Barbie and all these other games and things that Mr. Potato had that was crazy in the 50s. And I'm like, you know what? If I went to sit down with my grandfather and be like, hey, what can you tell me about Mr. Potato Head and like in your childhood, like that every kid was playing with, I don't have any of that point of reference because my family's from fucking Mexico.
Yeah.
And before that, Russia. And in both of those places, in the remotest of farms...
You're not getting fucking Hasbro toys.
I don't have... The indoctrination of the American way is not in my family.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
It's a very different set of values, and I take that for granted. And I'm like, you know what? I don't have, like, Rage Against the Machine style. Like, I don't have a machine to rage against, per se, because my entire family is based on, we don't like the way things are, we fucking leave.
You know what's interesting, though, is that because I'm from here, for generations, I don't really know my actual family, but you know, I'm from here. We're indoctrinated. Everything you were saying, I'm the opposite. However, like when we were young adults, you had a close relationship with your mother, and your family, and I had a poor relationship with my mother and my family.
Yeah.
And I spent time homeless, and I spent time in trap houses and stuff like that, where you've been like the opposite.
Yeah.
Right? So it's interesting, like the starting point versus the ending point. And now we're both kind of coming around to the same, more or less, right?
So that's like nature versus nurture. We had the opposite experiences, ended up in the same place.
Yeah, because like, well, your father's entrepreneurial as well.
Yeah.
More or less.
Both my
your mother, yeah, I guess your mother has her own...
And so is both my grandparents.
Yeah. And my parents are both government workers, and my grandparents are government workers, and like...
They're entrepreneurial in the fact of, like, it's like this Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant, whatever.
Yeah.
They're strongly in the self-employed category. They're not in, like, business owner or investor category.
Because, like, your mother does massage therapy in her home.
Yeah. Father was a carpenter that built a business that was too big for him.
Yeah.
And it crashed and burned.
But doesn't have a building with employees and...
He just was not a business owner by mindset whatsoever.
But what I'm saying is like self-employed versus, I don't know what the other quadrant is, but...
Employee.
What's the other one? Investor
and business owner.
Business owner and self-employed are two different.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a business owner.
Yes. I consider you business owner now, will become investor.
Yeah.
I'm currently self-employed.
Self-employed will become business owner.
Moving to business owner. Yeah. I've behaved like a business owner. I've had a life like a business owner.
Google Google Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, quadrants.
Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant.
Yeah. You'll see what we're looking at. Tyler has poured 2 more shots of gin in front of me.
Yeah, because I'm still stone sober. So.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've been drinking all day.
Oops. Woo. I think we're just gonna make it a thing on this show. When somebody's like pouring a drink, everything stops. Like the ASMR, and you don't address what's happening. You just listen and then continue. I like it.
So
we floated away from education. I want to bring up one last point.
Sure.
That's itching the back of my mind is post-secondary.
Yeah.
Massively institutionalized, tons of profit.
Yeah. Here's
the other part of it that I'm very much in favor of public education.
Okay.
It is an institution and it does prop up employment. Those are all like negative things to us as capitalists and people that are trying to
negative things to me,
trying to break free of the system, but people that are just fucking happy to be
employed,
not dead, homeless, and like have a job and stability.
We got 60,000 people on campus at the University of Manitoba, right?
Right. Like, it's the best possible thing to have: structure, job, and basically free all day daycare. So that's great for a lot of people. So I believe it needs, like, for a proper, healthy country and society, you absolutely need social programs that serve like the bottom 60%, or whatever you want to call it. That is, probably one day universal basic income will be there. So people don't have to sweat about having to live and eat, because you shouldn't have to. And secondarily, kids getting at least a basic level of education and are taken care of, because this is one of the big arguments again, and the affirmative from Trump's crew, not from Trump himself, but he says something, his people justify it. So his people are justifying by saying, you need to open schools because that is, I think around 15% of kids that go to school, that is their only source of a regular meal.
Oof.
And it is also the only source of any kind of social support. So you're talking to counselors. So if a kid gets beaten, it's the school that informs the authorities.
Yeah.
If a kid's not getting fed, it's the school that feeds them, and in extreme cases, notifies the authorities.
Can we just mention how fucking America makes you pay for lunch in schools?
Yeah, lunch debt. It's crazy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no.
Lucky.
There's this.
I don't know about your school. We just packed a lunch.
We're doing better than they are.
And here's something I shared.
But also, Winnipeg, like bigger cities, they do have different programs. There's a percentage of the classroom that doesn't eat the meals.
So, I have a capitalist propaganda page on Facebook. Look it up. It's called I Love the Smell of Capitalism in the Morning. Give it a like. I post my capitalist propaganda. And I shared a story how some rich guy, some business owner, walked into a school and he said, hey, like a middle school, and it was like, hey, I want to pay off all the lunch debt and get all these kids free. They wouldn't let him.
Yeah.
And he said, no, like I want to. And the school, like the district came down and was like, no, you can't fucking pay for these kids' meals. And he's like, excuse me? Like, I'm just going to fucking give them all money then. And they like threaten to sue him and everything. So this isn't about...
God bless America.
This isn't about fucking, like...
It's not about feeding kids.
You're not mad at capitalism. People are always like, oh, look at this fucking capitalist system starving kids. You're not mad at capitalism. You're mad at this fucking government. Like...
Yeah, I think I would agree that if the schools weren't doing it, I think other programs would.
Dude, like, okay.
I've been a part of a lot of those programs. I've done a lot of philanthropic work, volunteering.
Yeah,
It would get done. 100% it would get done.
I came from a middle class background. I'm also white. Like, I have privilege. I acknowledge it. I think that's something that sets me apart. I think both of us from like actual right wing capitalist people is that like
we acknowledge it.
I acknowledge my privilege.
Yeah.
I acknowledge, and there's a reason. Oh, I'm not supposed to acknowledge it. But there's a reason why like I'm very Black Lives Matter. I'm very ACAB. I'm like. Because I acknowledge that there's systematic racism. I really do believe that's a thing. I think this country, specifically our police force, was built on, keeping...
Policing the black people.
No, it's built on... our RCMP was founded to shoot Indigenous people if they came off the reserves.
Right. Was
what our police force was founded on.
Yeah.
And
great start.
And America's police force was founded on slave patrol.
Yeah.
Was to make sure slaves didn't escape. So I think there's a systematic problem. I do acknowledge that I have white privilege and that, I just don't have the odds stacked up against me. I also was homeless. Like, I've also been poor. I feel it. You know what I mean? But, like, one of my employees is very native. Shout out Wyatt. But, like, he's telling me how he gets fucking... He works for me, going into a liquor store to sample, and he gets like followed by security. Yeah. And then he like starts to set up, and they're like, "Oh, okay, never mind." Like it's fucking. I don't get that shit. Yeah. Like
Yeah, we play these games all the time. I think in a way to kind of test our privilege because it's funny, or it's funny to see it in action. It's not funny in reality. If that makes any sense. But anyways, so we'll like go through a liquor mart and we'll try to play like little mind games with the cashier to avoid getting ID'd when we obviously should.
Just to see if we can do it.
Yeah, it's like little, suggestion and like interruptions and like little pattern interruptions.
My favorite one was where air miles is a thing in America, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. So they ask for your Air Miles card, but first they ask for your ID. So like, do you have ID? And I hand him my Air Miles card. I'm like, yeah, here's my Air Miles. And he was like, because you know when you do, like, if you've ever been a cashier, like when I do liquor sampling, I say the same thing 100,000 times.
Yeah.
Hey, we're actually Winnipeg's only winery. We make lots of different fruit wines, grape wines,
I could
sangria,
do your pitches.
you know, all that. But if someone interrupts me,
yeah,
I can't just continue. It's like singing the fucking alphabet. I have to like think about it to get back.
Yeah.
So that's exactly what this fucking guy did. My cashier at the liquor mart. You were there, and he was like, I interrupted him with the Air Miles, and he was like, yeah, and then scanned the Air Miles, and then was like, cash or credit, and I'm like, credit, and he's like, okay, put it in the machine, and he forgot about the ID.
Yeah.
Like it was just,
yeah, and yeah. I tried it as well in a different town, in a different store, and it fucking worked.
Yeah.
So it works almost 100% of the time, and
if I was native, I may have gotten shot.
Right.
Which is, that was a nervous laugh. That wasn't like a, that's funny laugh. That was like a, it's fucked up. Like it really is. Like,
it's so...
The shit, because like think about all the, there's that Brooklyn Nine-Nine where it like, what's his name? Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Big black guy. He gets stopped on the street.
I think he's Terry in the show.
I think he's Terry on the show as well, yeah. Love Terry Crews. Loved him ever since Everybody Hates Chris. I love that show. Anyway, but he gets stopped on the street without his ID or whatever.
Oh,
and they fucking arrest him for like being in a rich neighborhood.
No, you like arrest him, you fucking roughs him up or whatever.
Yeah, but he's a sergeant in the fucking police.
Yeah, picking up the mail off his own front.
No, he was like getting his like daughter had dropped a stuffed animal or something. Anyway,
yeah.
But
in his own neighborhood.
In his own neighborhood, which is like a white quote neighborhood. That might be problematic to say white neighborhood, but whatever. Like,
not wrong.
You know, in like a rich neighborhood, and they're like, "What are you doing out here? Why are you walking around?" Right? And then Andy Samberg's character is like, "Well, why would they stop you?" And then everyone's like, "Oh, right." And then he's like, "Dude, like," and then it cuts to like a flashback, and he's like climbing in a window with a fucking Jason hockey mask on, and the cop's like, excuse me? And he like takes off, he's like, "Oh, I'm just pranking my friend." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And like he's breaking into a house. Like
breaking into a house with a Jason mask.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, you know.
Yeah, they do a very good job of talking about LGBT and racism.
Well, like more than half their characters are minorities on that show. And Holt's gay, but it's never like...
And so is, what's her face? Angry chick.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's dating, what's his name?
She's bi.
Okay. Are we all?
And discovers it through the show.
Okay. I haven't watched the whole thing, but they actually stopped filming the newest season because they think it's propaganda.
Yeah.
And they don't
I disagree.
I think it's kind of making fun of cops in a way.
It's satirical and also...
Obviously.
Yeah. And they address like, cops are fucking idiots.
Well, and the joke is none of them do a good job, right? Like we have like Scully and Hitchcock that don't fucking do anything, and it's like that's the joke, right?
Yeah.
But I also don't disagree with propaganda is a real thing.
Absolutely, fucking half of television networks is cop related.
Same with American war movies.
Oh,
you watch American war movies, Hacksaw Ridge.
1917.
Well, that wasn't as bad because it wasn't as like war is good kind of thing.
I think that was
But Pearl Harbor with fucking Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
That's
Independence Day.
But like my roommate was watching that fucking Pearl Harbor. Literally, all it is the Japanese fucked us over. They fucking are killing innocent people. We dropped a nuclear fucking bomb on them. Like, there's no excuse for that. People are still getting cancer.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucked. You killed how many people?
Yeah.
Like,
like, talk about collateral damage.
Like, fuck you, man. Okay, anyway. But, like, I was in the kitchen while he's watching in the living room, so I'm like, oh, I'll eat my dinner and watch it. And I'm like, what the fuck are they saying? Like, you know, there's so many movies that are just fucking like, America's always in the right, rah, rah, rah. And I honestly do believe...
Yeah, we police the world.
Yeah, I honestly do believe that these movies are coming out for the purpose of... of mind control, like basically like fucking propaganda.
Yeah. 100%.
You know,
and they come out often well timed with
4th of July and shit.
Right. So I would be surprised. You heard it here first. I would be surprised if there was not a theatrical release of a major war movie in the next before
the election.
Before election.
Yeah.
But again, that's kind of fucked up with COVID. So I don't know. That might
straight to digital though.
Yeah.
Straight to Netflix or whatever.
We need another propaganda movie.
Because why I like directors like Scorsese is that he makes gangster movies, but especially like his most recent The Irishman. Like it's not happy ending. Like it's like they're
The Sopranos even.
I'm not gonna spoil it, but like at the end they're all old and you feel bad for them. And it's like everything they did to be like these gangsters meant nothing.
Yeah.
Right? And Goodfellas did the same thing where he's like, you know, the end where he goes into witness protection, he's like, I'm just a fucking chump now or whatever. And it's like, it's like, it's not necessarily glorifying it. Like that's not, and like at the end of the Casino where I think I can probably spoil this because it came out 40 years ago, but like she fucking like dies of an overdose and everything, and you're like, oh okay, like you know, it's like it doesn't glorify that life necessarily.
Yeah, in The Sopranos, the entire family gets massacred.
Yeah, literally.
Like they don't show it, but it's implied.
Yeah,
like that's the ending. That's the grand finale of the show. Is like everyone dies.
Yeah,
and the entire family collapses.
I'm trying to think. I guess like Saving Private Ryan ended happy, but I remember like,
even if it doesn't end happy, it's supposed to inspire patriotism and nobility.
Yeah.
You know, feeling of like I can be a hero I can be an American hero because I killed the Redheads.
Yeah, because I killed other people.
Like that, literally.
Well, like the fucking like American Sniper.
Jarhead.
That guy was a fucking Chris Kyle or whatever was a fucking sociopath. He was like shooting civilians and shit.
Yeah.
And they make a fucking movie out of him. Like,
yeah.
It's brutal.
Lone Survivor.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. But there are. I can't think. I have it on the tip of my tongue. But there's a war movie where like nothing like it just you expect it to like they don't win.
Fury.
No, I didn't watch that. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but that one ends in a lot of blood. But also, it's like we all died, but it was awesome.
Okay, I didn't watch that, but no, this is an older movie where it's like nothing good happens and everyone dies, and it's like and then the moral was like, oh yeah, war is bad. Oh, the other one, okay, Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
That was I really liked that movie.
That was a grungy movie.
Directed by a Canadian woman. Don't quote me on that, but I'm 90% sure. And got snuffed at the Oscars because that was the year Avatar came out. And they got all the fucking praise.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was 2008, I think. And Hurt Locker was a fucking fantastic film.
Yeah. Because
at the end, Buddy, who plays Hawkeye now, this is the second like Avengers reference we made.
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, that guy. He's like back home with his family and all his friends have died. It's about a bomb squad.
Yeah.
They're a bomb squad in Iraq.
IEDs.
And they disarm bombs or whatever. And it's a fucking sad movie. Like, don't watch it if you're fucking, like, kids die and, like, and it's real. Like, this is fucking, we're there in Iraq, right?
Yeah, it's all true stories.
It's all true story. And then, like, at the end, like, spoiler, skip ahead 10 seconds if you don't want to be spoiled. It came out fucking 12 years ago.
Yeah, fuck you.
But he, like, has the chance to, like, he gets honorably discharged and he has the chance to go back with his family. And he decides to go back to Iraq to do it again.
Right.
Then just continue the cycle.
Yeah, so sad.
And it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, I remember watching it and the screen goes black and I'm like, why? Like...
Go be a personal trainer or something.
It was so good. Like, really good film. Really good film. But I remember, like, those movies where it's like, oh, war is not good. And I'll get off this after I say one more thing. But, like, our November 11th versus America's.
Yeah.
November 11th in Canada is called Remembrance Day. We're not allowed to have businesses open.
Right.
We have to stay at home and at 11:11 you have a moment of silence.
Yeah.
And they do it in schools, and like you fucking have to close your business, and you have a moment of silence for all the people that died in World War One and Two.
Yeah.
Because I think it was November 11th was World War One when we ended it.
Yeah, 11/11/11.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. Well, it would have been like 1914, right?
No, like 11th month, 11th day, 11th
Yeah.
hour, 11th minute.
Yeah, was when we ended World War One, right? Because Passchendaele.
Is it?
That's why we were the
Or
poppies.
Or is it 2?
That's why we were poppies.
Passchendaele. Right.
Flanders Fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were a poppy for the month of November, or from November 1st to Remembrance Day, pretty much.
Yeah.
We wear a little red flower on our chest, and you wear it to remember the people. And basically the whole, I was gonna say meme, the whole like theme of the fucking
It is a meme.
the day is that we never want to have another soldier die.
Never forget.
Never
Get the losses.
never go back, never do it again, never join a war. That's what we're doing.
It's somber.
And then
sad.
fucking America has like 9/11 things made of fucking Coke piles, and veterans get free food at Denny's, and it's celebrating war. It's fucking Veterans
It's
Day.
a rootin', tootin', shootin' patriotic day.
Yeah, it's like set off fireworks. It's celebrating perpetual war,
And patriotism.
which is fucked up.
Nationalism.
Both. They're the same thing. Patriotism and nationalism are the fucking same thing.
Yeah. Sorry, Americans.
Fuck Americans. If you want to prove me wrong, I'm sure even the smart Americans I have American friends. They're dumb, honestly.
By and large. So our favorite thing of being Canadians going to America is you have billboards for 3 things.
Anti-abortion.
It's either abortion, Jesus,
Yep.
or join the military.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
So fucking funny. to
I
me, but
flipped.
also sad.
I went to my brother's high school parent teacher.
Yeah.
I was just there because whatever. And they had a fucking military recruiting booth set up. And I flipped out on them. I'm like, you pieces of shit. You absolute fucking horrible people. Get out of here. These are children. Like,
And how did that go?
they just didn't say anything. Like, they're just recruiters. Like, they're not.
Of course.
Whatever. And my dad's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, whatever. This is a weird anecdote, but like, there was this kid a year younger than me in high school that was like a competitive Call of Duty player. Like, super into Call of Duty.
Yeah.
18 years old, joined the military.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. Because then you're thinking about, like, oh, why do they make these games? You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah, it glorifies, it makes it exciting, fun, competitive, gamifies.
which I like.
It gamifies
Like-
murder.
I like video games. I
Agreed.
like first-person shooter games.
I love.
I play all the Call of Duty games up until, like, Black Ops.
Gears of War, Army of Two,
Yep.
Mercenaries,
Yeah,
Kill
yeah, all that
Aliens,
fun,
it's all
yeah.
good.
I like those games. And I like stories told from those perspectives. You know what I mean?
Especially war stories. I love World War
Yeah.
II games.
Yeah. But just to see that actually
Happen?
like work on somebody, you know what I mean? Like, and could have been I was going to join the military so I liked COD, not the other way around.
Yeah,
But it's questionable, right?
it is. So I was explaining this podcast to this contractor I met today, and I'm like, you know what? I don't usually pitch my podcast to people. It's just not something I talk about a lot. I'm like, you know what? This isn't a part of my brand, which I mean is stupid and I need to change.
It will be.
It will be. So, I'm like, yeah, so me and my buddy do this podcast, explain the whole thing, I'll call on this point, like we argue about stuff, we get progressively drunker, and we just start yelling and ranting. And I'm like, but, I said, believe it or not, I would argue above average intelligence and know a lot about business and politics.
I would argue.
So it's actually pretty good content, and you just get like unsolicited advice and rants from people getting progressively drunker.
Yeah. Real advice.
Real advice.
Because it's not fucking candy coated.
No, because I don't give a fuck what you think. And like, so Willows keeps calling me the Morden mayoral candidate, and I keep like kind of cringing at it because I'm like, I know for a fact one day I am going to run for mayor, and I am going to have to account for everything I say on this podcast, but there's going to be like so many sound bites.
But, okay.
They won't even know what to do with
Donald J. Trump.
Yes.
If he can get elected fucking president,
you're fucking right
you can get elected of a mayor of 10,000 people.
If he's on WWE, fuck it. Like, Kane for WWE's fucking mayor.
Yeah.
Where he was. So, like...
Jason the Body Ventura is a governor of Minnesota or Michigan or something. Like,
right. So, it's scary.
Arnold Schwarzenegger!
Right. It's scary. Arnold Schwarzenegger's like a properly good dude, though.
I know he wasn't like a wrestler, but he was a fucking like bodybuilder movie star, and he got elected a fucking governor. Like, didn't he? I think he got re-elected as well.
Yeah, no, he's like properly good at everything he does.
Okay.
But I mean, as am I. Like, I don't fuck shit up that I touch.
Yeah,
usually.
For context, Tyler's been helping us. You're technically my employee.
Sure.
He's been helping us out of the vineyard. Long story short, we've taken over some land and we're planting more grapes and stuff, and like for my winery. And Tyler's been helping us a lot. And every time I post a picture of him on my business Instagram, I introduce him as the mayoral candidate for the town that the vineyard's at, in Morden, Manitoba, where you grew up.
I mean, it's technically closer to Winkler, but if we say it's close to Morden, we'll piss everyone off and make Morden very happy, so I like it.
So yeah, I always say Morden mayoral candidate, Tyler Bergen. It started as I don't know why. How did I even start it? It was a meme.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
you thought it was funny.
I don't remember. Yeah, I thought it was funny, and then now it's stuck.
Yeah.
You have a code to my building.
Yeah.
An alarm code. And all our names are just our first names. Yours is Tyler Bergen, mayoral candidate. Like it's so funny.
It's manifesting, right? I'm gonna be the mayor until I'm like 136.
I was saying this the other day.
And I'm gonna sue the federal government using public funds until I literally, as I was explaining to someone else today,
got like pitchforked out of the fucking...
No. The way the men in my family die is between the house and the barn.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm not fucking kidding. This goes back generations. The men of my bloodline do not retire. They literally die going from the house to the barn. They're like in the middle of doing their shit. They're like 89 years old. And they're like, I'm gonna go feed the cows. Fall over dead. Yeah. Like, there's no sickness, there's no cancer, there's no suffering. And I'm like, that sounds fucking ideal. Like, I wanna be like gripping the pulpit with two hands in front of the Supreme Court, like screaming at some bitch on the other side.
And then have a heart attack and die.
Yeah, no, like I'm like under SEC investigation for something I did.
Corruption.
Like for corruption or like inciting violence and protests.
Yeah.
And I'll be like screaming at this guy and I'll like keel over into my cup of water and I'll die right there on TV.
Perfect.
I hope. Yeah. I hope. Doing the good work of God.
If you want me to assassinate you during a speech, just like for the meme.
So if like what do they call it, like like when you're terminally ill and you voluntarily commit suicide, what do they call it?
Like physician assisted suicide.
Yeah. So if that's not legal,
I'm gonna shoot you.
I will absolutely get sniper shot in the face.
Absolutely. Okay, bet.
Keep me on the face, like in the aorta. But
okay, bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deal. Done.
You
heard it here first. So what happens? And like rewind it back and
wait, is that conspiracy to commit murder?
Yeah, and then you'll end up committing suicide by bedsheet like Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, suicide.
Yeah, just like the judge's son.
I think I just conspiracy to commit murder on live television.
It's fine. It hasn't happened yet.
I told you this yesterday. I want to run for mayor, and my only platform is I want to build a dome around Winnipeg, like in the Simpsons movie where they build a dome.
Yeah, you're at the Dimmadome.
The Doug Dimmadome? Doug Dimmadome, or the Dimsdale Dimmadome. No, and then I want to just be like, I'll be at a debate, and I'd be like, no, we're building a dome around Winnipeg, and then someone goes like, okay, what about the fucking greenhouse effect? And I go, no, you're misunderstanding. We're building a dome around Winnipeg. And they're like, no, I know, but like, what about like no snow, no fucking whatever? And I'm like, no, you're misunderstanding. We're building a dome. Like, and I just won't address anything and just see how far I can get.
This just recovered a memory for me.
Oh god, about getting dome.
I wish. No. So there's. Oh my god, I don't want to name names.
Yeah, don't name names.
But you will understand my context. So
Okay.
there's a certain gentleman that we know that doesn't do any business, but does nothing for a lot of businesses.
Okay, continue.
His initials start with the same letter.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
So there is a quote investment opportunity that he fielded in our direction, and when I say our, it's like me and somebody else that were connected to him. But anyways, they were going to build a mega mall.
Okay.
Slash like mega mall slash condo slash golf course slash like basically an entire fucking resort.
Yeah.
Senior living, sports dome, everything. And the shtick was this was all being built under a giant dome. So
Okay.
because
Here? Okay.
in Winnipeg.
This is the dumbest idea I've ever heard.
And they even said they had quote unquote secured the land.
That doesn't sound right.
So it was like between the city and the perimeter. So it was effectively going to be like a ginormous, which is an empirical term, look it up, facility that was going to rival all the other facilities in the world in these specific areas. And because it was going to be climate controlled, it was going to be able to happen in Winnipeg, which is 80-degree Celsius swing up and down. So it was going to be like technologically it's possible.
Oh yeah.
And like engineering wise,
I
whatever.
think it's too expensive.
And it would have been a massive draw for international tourism because of its nature, how unique and different it was. Like it absolutely captured the imagination. It seemed completely plausible. And this, for context, this was like 3-4 years ago. I've never heard a fucking whisper of it again.
Because it's a bad idea.
I'm like 90% sure this was like some guy who's like, this is the same scale of the motherfucker that sold the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
And he's just a con man.
Oh, and this guy got
He
scammed.
actually sold the Eiffel Tower to like.
No, I know.
40
I know that guy.
Yeah.
I'm saying this guy that you're talking about, that we're not going to say his name, got scammed by this guy.
Absolutely.
That's
and
fun.
he
That's
fell for it hook, line, sinker.
That's fine.
And this is also a guy that treats Trump like the next Messiah. So that kind of segues into the next thing I want to talk about, which I finally fucking remembered, which I didn't remember before. What do you think about the idea of changing your mind on political views and figures specifically?
I think that anyone who doesn't think that they can change their mind with when presented but with new evidence is ignorant. I think that
Agreed.
I am capable, have been capable, and have changed my mind when presented with new evidence.
Yeah, absolutely. So, with that being said, I was criticized for being a number one Trump supporter initially, especially doing business in the U.S. and empirically speaking, stats-wise, whatever, before COVID hit, he was doing pretty fucking good.
I still am a Trump supporter because I think it's hilarious.
Right, because you're an anarchist.
Yes.
I liked it because I was working in the city of Cleveland, and like black unemployment was down, housing programs were up, healthcare was up, fucking everything was doing well. Everything's fucking trending up. But also, you cannot give all of the credit to the fucking president.
I think you can
when
give
there's
no credit to the president.
Tens of millions, hundreds of millions of people pulling in one direction and achieving results. You cannot give the credit to one fucking
mayors,
person.
governors, and fucking name a person.
Right. You have, like, I saw a city get turned around because of a high school principal.
Yeah.
So, do not give the fucking credit to the president.
No, as I get older,
for the better or the worse.
As I get older, I think that who's in charge makes no difference.
No, who's in charge dictates the narrative of what happens.
Agreed. Yeah.
Who's in charge does not dictate what happens, they control the narrative.
George Carlin, I quote him a lot, but said that this country's been bought and paid 4 years ago, and the shit they cycle around every 4 years doesn't make a fucking difference.
No.
Because he says there's a bit where he's talking about he doesn't vote.
Yeah.
And he's like, people always say, if you don't vote, you don't have the right to complain. He's like, but what sense does that make? Right? Like, if you voted, you made this happen, you have no right to complain. I, on the other hand, who need not even leave my house on election day, have the right to complain. And then he ends it by saying, because he always does like this on the end of his bits, where he like does like what that. So right before he does that, he goes, so this coming election day, I'll be doing the exact same thing as you. But when I'm done jerking off, I'll have a little something to show about it, or so, like whatever. Like, yeah, no, I don't think Trump makes any difference. I don't think. Well, because I keep saying this. I get pretty. We talk about this all the time. I like troll people on Facebook.
Oh God, it's so fun.
And I was saying, like, leftists are going to have a fucking aneurysm if or when Joe Biden wins the presidency and nothing changes. Like, protests are still happening. People are still they're like, what? But I thought Trump was the reason this was happening, right? Like,
I love, I heard this morning on a left podcast on the hilarity of Biden's campaign is basically everything's all fucking crazy and insane. Like, vote for me, and everything will be like more of
undo everything Trump.
It's basically saying everything's gonna go horribly wrong if you vote for him, but also everything's horribly wrong now, and everything was horribly wrong back then. Like, basically saying like there's no change if you vote for me.
Well,
but I'm gonna tell you it's different.
Even the hardcore leftist people I follow and don't follow are saying like, yeah, he's not very good, but it's better than Trump.
Right.
What fucking pitch is that? Voting for the better of two evils is not freedom.
So, I got accused of being a white supremacist because I said...
The haircut.
Besides the haircut, I said I don't like Trump and I don't like Biden. Is it fucking wrong if I say both options are awful and that's my protest? He's like, oh, so you're a white supremacist?
Vote for Joe.
You're right. So, there is an option to destroy your fucking ballot or vote for, what's his name?
Joe, no, she's a woman.
No, the boothead.
Oh, Vermin Supreme.
Vote for Vermin Supreme.
Vote Vermin Supreme 2020.
100%, that's what I'm going to say every time, or Kanye.
Vote Kanye.
But also, I think Kanye is probably just a ploy to get black voters away from Biden.
That's,
for the
so,
benefit
okay,
of Trump.
I heard a couple, did you see the fucking shit that Kim Kardashian posted today?
Yeah.
She posted some fucking, I didn't read it all, but apparently she like admitted to like cheating on him or something.
Oh my god.
And she posted like paragraphs how like Kanye has bipolar disorder and he's like going through a fucking crisis right now and they've tried to help him, they can't.
Oh my god.
Like, well, when it's true. Do you see his rally? He was crying.
Kanye?
Yeah, he was fucking in tears at his rally on stage or whatever. He's talking. And he's like talking about how Kim almost got an abortion. And he's like, I almost killed my child, man. He's fucking bawling. Like, it's really weird. I turned it off. I couldn't watch it.
Unhinged.
No, he's having a fucking mental breakdown. And man, I've been there. Like, he's a fucking, if I had $1 billion when I was having my fucking mental breakdowns.
And you had an audience.
Like, and well, apparently he hasn't even filed the paperwork to become president. Like, it's too late. He's past the fucking due. Like, he can't just I'm running as president. Like, But yeah, the 4D chess thing that you alluded to is that he's buddies with Trump, which I think like he is.
He's strictly Republican.
He's friends with Trump, so Trump's like, "Yo, run as president to take all the black votes away from Biden," because Biden that's the only category he leads Trump in is black voters.
Used to, currently is leading in every other category.
Okay, because it's been a weird few months, but. Because he was obviously Barack Obama's vice president, so he does very well in black voters. So the 4D Trump chess, I'm not saying this is real, I'm just saying this is the conspiracy, is that he's like, yo, Kanye, get some of those black voters away from Biden so that he'll pull ahead.
Entirely possible. It's actually like standard procedure for a lot of elections. Yeah. It's not fucking new.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if there's any... I think we're too far gone. I don't think you can save the world at this point.
No.
Just have a good time and make some money and spoil your family.
I think the people that grind their asses off being legislators are like the real ones to support.
Of course.
The general narrative is generally bullshit.
Okay,
don't
today
really get much done.
Today, there was a vote in the House of Representatives in America to defund the Pentagon by 10%.
Yeah.
It got turned down by like 2/3 majority. The Democrats have a fucking majority in the House of Representatives.
Yeah.
Fucking Kamala Harris, who's on the short list to become Biden's vice president, voted no, don't defund the fucking Pentagon. It was a bill introduced by Bernie Sanders who said, take 10% of that money and give it to housing and healthcare, and fucking 2/3 of Democrats voted no.
Oof.
Like...
Your choice is an illusion.
What the fuck are we doing here? Like, fucking Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, a while, like, last year, voted to up military spending.
Yeah.
Like, what are we fucking doing here? Like, it's so... Like, it's just... it's no better here. Justin Trudeau, our Prime Minister, just got caught giving $1 billion to a charity that, like, has close ties with his parents, with his mother and his brother or whatever. They've been paying his mother and his brother $300,000 a year to fucking keynote speak. And it just came out, this is Google We Charity Justin Trudeau. You'll find the whole information. But this was like 2 weeks ago, as of today, it just came out, he didn't even give the money to the actual charity. He gave it to a shell corporation that the fucking charity owns or something.
No, it's a holding company that holds the corporate.
That's like unused up until now.
Yeah.
So in what world could they use? Because he gave it to them $1 billion. It was $1 billion. I'm not using hyperbole. He gave $1 billion to them so that they could.
Which is also way more than they're actually equipped to handle.
That's what I'm about to say. Is that they can't use this money.
Yeah, not effectively.
And then scandal broke, and he's like, "Oh, they're like, why don't you just fucking use your government arm to do it?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. I'll just do that." If Trump did this, if Trump fucking gave $1 billion to a charity that was paying fucking Ivanka and fucking Donald Trump Jr. fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars, he'd be fucking burned at the stake.
No, they'd be like us powerfully coerced.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah.
I don't think Trump would get away with that. I don't think any other fucking American president would get away with something like that.
Yeah.
But fucking no one cares about Canadian politics.
Yeah.
This is the third thing Trudeau's fucked up majorly on. Like, he's just... The fucking S&C Lavalin thing, where he's he's bailing out his friends in Quebec that own this fucking corporation, and he's like, the fucking RCMP, the ethics committee, was like, yeah, he broke ethics.
Yeah,
like he broke the law.
He's on strike 4 now.
He broke the law, and then nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like... Yeah,
everyone's like, Trudeau's a shit, but also at the same time, arguably handled COVID pretty well.
Well, we'll see.
He was like
you see that article I shared in the group chat today that was like $500 million of COVID relief went to people that didn't qualify?
No, I'm not saying that. Like, that's failure on mass scale. That's a lot of people involved in that fuck up. It's not just Trudeau's fault.
Morneau. I fucking hate Bill Morneau.
Yeah, no, Trudeau's responsibility was the narrative around.
No, I don't disagree.
He was
calm and collected.
He was calm, collected, and very political, presidential.
Well, and very... I'm not going to tell you information. Here's a doctor to tell you the information. He was very...
He did that very well.
No, I agree. I 100% agree. I'll give him credit where credit's due.
And then, when we're back to business as usual, his business as usual is be a fucking idiot with the funds.
Well, I was like debating some liberal guy... I'll tell you who it is after, but he was in the office 2 down for me. Not anyone who works there, but
True.
he was like defending Trudeau, and I'm like, okay, name one policy that you support of his. And he was like, well, and I'm like, you know what? Actually, name a policy that he's passed besides marijuana. Obviously, that's the big one.
Yeah.
And he couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like these what is like? Ugh.
He's like not fucked up some big stuff, but also.
Well, the pipeline thing too. This fucking. I'll get off Canadian politics right away, but this fucking pipeline thing.
Keystone XL.
It's like he's trying to play both sides, where he's trying to keep the conservatives and the liberals happy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm this environmentalist, I'm this whatever, and then he fucking spends $1 billion on a fucking pipeline.
Yeah.
And then fucks it up, and the pipeline doesn't even get built, and now the project's been abandoned, and fucking hundreds of millions of dollars are in the pit.
Oof.
They just shipped and this is, okay. So we just shipped our first tanker of oil in an oil boat from Alberta through the fucking Panama Canal around to Quebec. Because they wouldn't build the fucking Energy East pipeline.
Wonderful.
So, yeah. And conservatives were freaking out about that. They were like, oh, this fucking whatever. I actually looked into it. It is not a lot of energy to move a boat. Like one of those boats.
Yeah.
It's like, the amount of energy they spend is like not that much. Like it's whatever. Like you're floating. Like it's whatever. It wasn't as bad as conservatives made it out to be, but like still, instead of building a pipeline, we're shipping fucking oil from one coast through the Panama Canal up to the other coast.
Which is insane. And
I'm pro pipeline, anti building the fucking pipeline through native territory, which is what they were doing.
Yeah.
Because like I posed when that was all happening, when people were protesting, and conservatives were like, "Oh, just fucking run over the protests and fucking build the pipeline," right? Conservatives are so pro like property rights until it's native property rights.
Oh, ain't that the fucking truth?
You can't pick and choose a right.
Yeah.
If I have the right to property, so do they.
Yeah.
Period. There's no argument there.
Yeah.
Like
personal freedom, personal property.
You can't build through a reserve. I don't give a fuck. You can't.
If they don't want
without their permission. You can't. That's it. Period.
Go around it. How hard is it to put a 45 elbow in a pipeline? Jesus Christ.
Me and you should be doing this by ourselves.
We plumbed a sink, we can do a pipeline.
Dude, like, I don't know. I'll get off fucking Canadian politics now, but like, it's just nothing matters in America or Canada. That's what we're most familiar with is America and Canada.
Yeah.
But does anything actually matter anywhere? Putin just passed a thing that he's allowed to be president for another 20 years.
Under much duress, but yes, he passed it.
Well, apparently it was like the majority of people wanted it. Well, okay.
Well,
do we trust any numbers that come out of Russia?
When you don't let everyone else that disagrees with you vote,
okay,
yeah,
fair.
you get the majority.
I'll say, I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is only anecdotal, but the people that I actually know in real life from Russia and Ukraine are pro-Putin.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, well, he's a dynasty. He's basically a king at this point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, secretly the richest man in the world.
In the top, definitely.
No, apparently, like, actually the richest man in the world. Just doesn't put it on his quote balance sheet because why would you?
Forbes list doesn't count politicians either.
Right.
Because
like
these Saudi princes are fucking like unfathomable wealth if you consider their oil reserves and shit.
Yeah.
Forbes specifically excludes shit like that.
Yeah.
Because it would just be insane. Like,
yeah, and he's got like majority stakeholder in like the main Russian oil exporter.
Yeah. But it doesn't count because it's a country that owns it, not a...
And also he doesn't like quote actually own it.
yeah,
he does.
Shit like that too, yeah.
Because the corporate laws are determined by the federal government, which he controls.
Which he controls, yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
When they're kind of communist, but kind of not, and it's weird, and like...
I mean, if you were running that shit, you'd probably make yourself the richest man.
Well, yeah, if I was a dictator, I'd fucking get rich too.
It'd be like the movie, The Dictator. He's like, I drive an all gold convoy with all women as my secret. Great movie.
Yeah.
Mockery.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Mockery of authority.
Who did Bruno and Borat. Sacha Baron Cohen. He's the
hard hitting political stuff.
One of the best character actors in the entire world.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm good to
call
it. Yeah.
So, in conclusion,
education sucks.
Fuck university. Fuck Trudeau. Fuck Trump. Fuck Biden. I think it covers it.
In conclusion, I'm going to go positive. You don't need schooling. You can do whatever you want. And I believe in you. I really do. I believe in you. See, we call it cheerful nihilism. Nothing matters. Therefore, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. My name is Willows. VOTEWILLOWS. Vote Willows on everything.
And my name is Tyler. Tyler _ the builder on pretty much Instagram.
Yeah.
And I don't know my Twitter handle because I don't use it except to look at memes. So, Alcohol Beyond This Point podcast
on Instagram, and no, Alcohol Beyond This Point podcast on Facebook. Alcohol Beyond This Point, all one word, on Instagram. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. I said a couple podcasts ago, I'll say it again. If you're listening, you're genuinely giving us an actual listen, can you please comment on something where you're listening from? Because I'm really interested in... I know we have some listeners. I see some comments. I know. And we are working on audio. We just talked about how we're pitching on mics.
So first lesson I learned about starting, online content is get good audio, and we've ignored that for 16 episodes.
Go back to fucking episode 1. When's the right place to start? Now. Yesterday, right? We didn't have the money, we didn't have the will, we didn't have whatever to buy good equipment.
We're gonna get some panels, we're gonna get microphones.
Yeah. We've now, if you're watching the video, you can see our kind of setup. This is the spare room in my house. We've now gotten roommate approval to make this into a podcast studio. So we have these kind of chairs, this new table and everything. So we're gonna start putting.
It's a very nice table.
Yeah, we're gonna start putting foam on the wall or whatever. Like what do you call it?
Sound foam.
Yeah, sound foam. And we have committed now. We both committed to pitching on mics as well. So
you're welcome.
You're welcome. So keep in store for that. This has been Alcohol Beyond This Point. I just love you. I just do.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Hour 40. That's good.